So now it is done. We have our own channel. This might have been the best one to upload first, but what's done is done. And we would like to introduce ourselves as the great entertaining combo of Saul and all that is. We don't have any musical guests or intro graphics. It is a low budget affair. We have been recording a few of these in Saul's basement abode for a few weeks now, almost a month. On and off, here and there. Generally with little fanfare. And thus far, no fans. But we are very excited that Saul has taken the leap to share these recordings with you. And we applaud the decision. Not because we seek fame or fortune, but because these messages are not only for him or just for you, dear viewer, but for the greater audience of the entire planet and beyond. Quite a lofty introduction, we admit and agree. However, when you have the ability to reach human ears and eyes, we, like any organization or community or single entity, should of course take full advantage of the opportunity. Earlier videos were recorded at a rate that made the files very large and thus more time consuming to upload. He has finished one or two today. And we very much appreciated the channel for a channeler line in the description written. And an upload from a download. We found that very funny. most likely he will be able to upload previous videos, and we hope so. We do not necessarily want to go back and reintroduce our host and ourselves for avoiding repetition and the sense of ego inflation. But we wanted to take the time to say, hello there. Be not afraid. At the end of our portion of this particular recording, we encourage Saul to say a few words using his own voice, so you can be comfortable in recognizing the difference. He finds it always quite interesting, our accent coming forth. He is used to it by now. It has been years. The consistency he often imagines that this voice emanating from his vocal cords sounds eerily similar to Sir Winston Churchill's. But it is the frequency we are on, and it is the sound that we can also, in a way, hear. And it should be distinguishable from his voice, so he knows when he is speaking and when we are. A little bit more background. Saul has never been to England. He has never lived there. He is originally from the Midwest region of the United States. Although he does enjoy the British accent. It is not his default sound. He is currently here, but not here. When he goes back and watches these videos, he is often surprised by how much he has forgotten, especially from the early ones. Completely forgotten. And even listening back later in the day, after a recording, what is said might spark his memory, but there's always a little bit of surprise. He has recently eaten lunch and his digestive system is hard at work, extracting the nutrients, or what little bit there are, from the rest. Therefore, you might be able to hear the percolating of energy transfer from solid food to semi-solid natural byproduct, we'll call it. He does want to apologize for the noisy interruptions and is wondering why we are not speaking over them as much. But of course, we find it enjoyable since we are not in physical form. Sometimes during recordings, you will see us making hand gestures and other comfortable adjustments. So, for example, an itchy nose is remedied, or clearing of the throat. A seating arrangement. An opening of the eyes. This is a low budget affair, so we are recording with his mobile phone. We prefer looking around. However, he considers it a distraction. But we can see. And we enjoy seeing. Privacy, or as you would pronounce it, privacy, is of course always adhered to. We can assure you we've seen it all before and don't need to see it again, if you understand what we are saying. We are not interested in your digestive tract expulsions, your bathing practices, or your practicing procreation gyrations. Hopefully, we don't need to be any more blunt than that. We do hope you enjoy these recordings. In an earlier recording, the first, we kept using the word uncomfortable. That other channelers of goodwill, secrets of how reality works, manifestations of love and finance sometimes come across as lovey-dovey, and all can be well when it isn't well. And we said maybe our goal would be to make you uncomfortable. Not in a squeamish way, as much as leaving you to question, how comfortable are you? And how comfortable do you want to be? And sometimes that requires change, drastic change. And sometimes change can be described as being uncomfortable. But we don't want the viewing of these recordings to be a burden. We don't want you to watch and then remain uncomfortable. If we shake you up a bit, and yet you settle like leaves falling from a tree onto a lush, grassy field. We don't see too much wrong with that. We have made a recording based on questions requested from an outside source, and we would be more than happy to entertain questions going forward, with the caveat that no questions will be answered regarding your personal future, nor of any community, group, nation, or planet. And hopefully we can upload the recording regarding why those rules are in place. So feel free to leave your questions in the appropriate area below, I guess, is the appropriate thing to say. We and I are to be interpreted as the same. Try not to nitpick, for you are an I and you are a we, no matter where you go. Saul here alone in his basement is an I. But just by this transmission alone, by this definition, he's a we. He is not attached personally in a relationship, so he does not have that to consider at present. So it is just we here. And his landlord, who is away for the weekend. The landlord lives upstairs and sometimes makes Saul nervous unbeknownst to him that he might come down and catch us recording. So we hope this suffices as a welcoming video greeting. And that you will join us for these download uploads going forward. We certainly are happy to be presenting these, and equally happy that you have found us. Ooh. Okay, so that's how that works. So yeah, I guess there was some talk about, I was uploading videos earlier this morning, and I thought the early ones are really big. I put the setting at the wrong, I don't know, I was recording in 4K or something. I don't know. I was like, oh, I have to restart them. How do I change? I'm not good enough to know how to change the size of the files. So I thought, well, if we're doing a recording today, should we do an introductory one? And I didn't know what that would be like. So apparently feels like that happened. And I don't have a lot of experience with YouTube. So this is I'm in a basement. This is, I hope this is acceptable as I mean, I don't have a big video camera or great lighting. So I hope this works out. But I've seen thousands of YouTube videos. They have graphics and intro and stuff that comes on, and you can click here to see a past video. I don't have that knowledge yet. So this is it for now, and hope it's good enough. I mean, thank you for watching. Now I have to turn this off. Till next time.